Alright guys, we're in the office today again with Mojo. Today I'm going to change the front landing gear wheel on the Sky Trainer top wing. I've already done it on this one. This is the Sky Trainer 400. It's the same thing, same fix. Alright, I have my Sky Trainer top wing down. As you can see, the wheel, floppy, the nose gear. It's got this set collar on here. It's got like a long collar with 2 screws that come factory. And I just rather have one piece. And the other problem is inside. So the fix, first thing we need to do is take off the prop and the cowl. Okay, I have the prop off and the cowl off. For this project, what I found to change the wheel was this park zone. It was the T28 nose wheel, come with the whole thing, $4, so that's an easy fix. And you're going to need a couple set collars. And let me go through and tell you why I'm changing this wheel and where the problem is. I've already changed it on the 400. I love this plane, but you can see that it's loose. It's just wobbly. And a lot of it's coming from the shaft too, where you got 2 screws. But where I had trouble with the top trainer was this shaft goes up into this top piece only about halfway, and that's what stops it. That's what takes the brunt. It's only the top piece. There's a top clip here, a top clip here, or the bottom clip. Now the shaft, when I had a little bit of hard landing, popped out of the top and then broke the bottom off. So we're going to eliminate ever being able to pop out. Now since I've done that, I haven't had any trouble. This top wing lands a little easier. So I flew this plane probably a dozen times so far and I haven't broke it, but it was a real good fix for the 400, so I'm going to do it here and then we can go step by step. So the first thing that we need to do is just take everything apart here. Okay, let's take off some screws. Loosen these up. Wheel falls out. You can see that this one is already bent. I don't know why they want 2 pieces here. It's a little ridiculous. Pull this out of the way. So you can see that this wheel just goes halfway up in here, and if it would pop out, which mine did, then it broke the bottom piece off. We're just gonna, this one's not broke yet, we're just gonna fix it before it does break. So I got the park zone wheel. It should fit really, just see, it should fit good. Okay, it doesn't go all the way through. So what we need to do here is go ahead and drill this out so this wheel can go all the way through. And once we do that, we'll put a set collar on the bottom and a set collar on the top, and that way it's going to lock it right back the way it was, one piece. Now let's drill this out. Finish drilling the top hole out. A little smaller bit, but lean enough. Okay. Now the wheel should, yes, it goes all the way down. So now I can adjust this where I need it. It's in both of them and past. So now see how much stronger that is. Okay. Again, the nose wheel was a T28 Park Zone T28. You can get these from Horizon Hobby or hobbyzone.com or horizonhobby.com. Look up the T28. They have a parts list, and they sell every little piece separate. But that's the stock wheel right out of the package. I forgot to put the top set collar on. Very important set collar. Okay, put the set collar on first, then set it down in there. Okay, then find the notch. Feels like the notch. Let me double check. A little tighter. That's the notch because I can feel where it stops. Alright, so we're getting closer. I'll probably have to set my trims. Set collar here. We're going to slide another one on the bottom. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tighten this, or snug it so I just don't lose it. Okay, now when you're coming into a landing, your wheel's going to want to go down. So I'm going to push it down. So I'm hitting the top of the notch. I'm going to tighten this up. It's nice and snug now. Okay, another tip too. I've already changed the servo, the rudder servo in here. If you haven't done it yet, you probably will. If you're still running the stock servo, they're plastic gears. I stripped mine, and you go on hobbyparts.com. Link from Nitro. You can get a steel gear servo. Like for $6–7. Tighten that screw, make sure it's tight, because that's going to hold your wheel from falling out in flight. And it, you know, changing the servo, that just pops in, pops out. Okay. Now I had clearance in here, but it's you can always squeeze this a little bit and make it tight. Okay. Now I had clearance in here, but it's you can always squeeze this a little bit and make it tighter, but I'm fine. So I'm just going to tighten this one where it's at. This one is one that's going to help take all the pressure when you're landing. Now when you come in for a landing, not only in that little notch, but this one's going to keep this shaft from sliding up and taking the pressure too. So now we're taking the pressure off the top one, putting it on the bottom one, but it's all the way through. We know it's not going to come out when it's fixed. The notch works. Just a little bit of trim in there. Simple, easy. I need to adjust. I might have to go ahead and adjust my wheel and rudder from the inside, but it might be right too. I don't know yet till I center it up. Now on my Sky Trainer, my Sky Trainer 400, the rod was awful thin, and I changed it because it was bowing. This one's actually bowing too. When I push in like that, I can see that it's bowing, but I haven't had a problem with that yet, so I'm going to wait on this one. But the other, on my Sky Trainer 400, I did change that rod to a 332 and a steel gear, and I haven't had a problem with it yet. But I think this is going to fix the top wing one with just changing the wheel. Now I don't have to worry about all this loose motion in here, and I ain't got to worry about this popping out and breaking that no more. Okay, now what I'm going to do, This plane or this wheel, I don't like the way it's coming over here and rubbing the side, so I can find a flaw in anybody's part. So I'm going to take this nut off. This is a screw nut. If you screw this off, take the wheel off. I'm even going to put a set collar here to keep this wheel, I'd rather have it rubbing free. So I'm going to put this set collar over here as far as I can and lock it down. Nice and straight. Lock it down. I still got room. Put the nut back on. These nuts, I haven't had a problem with them. I keep checking them because they just screw on, but I haven't had a problem with them. If you do see them backing off, maybe you want to put another set collar on this side, but I've not really had a problem with this. I just can leave it just enough tension, take some of the wobble out too. Best thing, yeah, you can screw and adjust these a little easier. Okay, now I'm getting too tight, so that's pretty good right there. It's got a little wobble. Now I'm fixed. I don't have nothing to worry about with this wheel no more. This plane, I love this plane. I love both of them, the Sky 400 and the Top Wing. I'm going to do a preview on this plane. This plane here, if you got it, change the wheel though. I love flying it. It will fly in windy weather. I fly it often. It's well worth that little fix. I have that to worry about no more. Okay, as you can see now, I'm sitting down on the plane. The plane is sitting here. It's nice and stable here. This will give a little bit in the spring. It's got more than one roll. It'll give better. See, that's what I was telling you. When you come down, this set collar here is going to take the pressure. All I need to do now is adjust it and get it straight and put the cowl back on. But this is a quick fix, easy fix. Okay, as you can see, I got the prop and cowl back on, and the stance of this plane, that wheel did not change the stance of this plane. You still have plenty of room for the prop, plenty of prop clearance. Everything worked out real good. Not a lot to do for its modifications on the parts that you buy, so it's an easy fix. I'd still have to change my prop. I thought I had one, but I got some ordered. It's not quite here yet, so I've still got to change this prop before I go flying, but at least I got my wheel fixed.